The attack on Pearl Harbor. 2 hours and 5 minutes, which changed the course of World War II and assured the Allies would eventually win. December the 7th, 1941. Without warning, the Japanese Empire launched an unprovoked attack against the United States at Pearl Harbor in a bid to destroy its Pacific Fleet. In 1940, Japan had signed a tripartite pact of mutual assistance with Germany and Italy, aimed at America to deter her from entering the war on the side of the Allies. 8th of December 1941, the day after the Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor, the United States declared war on Japan. On the same day, in response, Germany declared war on the USA. 7,236 miles away from Pearl Harbor, in London, Prime Minister Winston Churchill gave a sigh of relief. America's industrial might and manpower would turn the tide of war against the Axis powers and ultimately lead to victory. Britain and her Commonwealth had been fighting a war for over 2 years. The American people had not wanted to fight a European war, but now the war had come to them. During Britain's withdrawal from Europe, her army was rescued from Dunkirk, but their guns and equipment had been left behind. Although the US was a neutral country, President Roosevelt's Lend-Lease Act was a lifeline to Britain, supplying much-needed food, fuel and war materials. Although it would take Britain more than 50 years to pay the long-term loans back to America. Japan lacked natural resources, especially iron and oil. When Japan attacked French Indochina in 1941, the US responded by placing an embargo on iron, steel and copper, and freezing all Japanese assets in the United States. This prevented Japan from buying oil. Japan planned to take the oil it needed by force from the Dutch East Indies, but first it needed to remove the threat of the US Navy. October 1941, American ambassador to Japan, Joseph Grew, met with the Japanese Foreign Minister. November the 3rd, 1941, US Ambassador Grew cabled Washington. Japan may go all out in a do-or-die effort. Armed conflict with the United States might come with dangerous and dramatic suddenness. November the 26th, 1941, in complete radio silence, 31 Japanese warships, including aircraft carriers, quietly left Japan and steamed into the North Pacific. Sunday, December 7th, 1941. 3:42 a.m. The minesweeper USS Condor sights a submarine periscope near the entrance of Pearl Harbor and reports this to the guard ship USS Ward. The destroyer failed to find anything. 6:10 a.m. In the darkness, 275 miles north of Oahu, the first wave of 200 aircraft take off from Japanese aircraft carriers. 6:30 a.m. Lookouts on USS Antares sight a small submarine conning tower and alert USS Ward. 6:45 a.m. Radar picks up 2 unidentified aircraft. These are Japanese scout planes sent to determine the readiness of American defences. 6:45 a.m. USS Ward sights a 2-man, 46-ton midget submarine trying to follow a ship into Pearl Harbor. She opens fire on it and drops depth charges, sinking the sub and killing her 2-man crew. The Ward has fired the opening shots of the Pearl Harbor attack. 6:53 a.m. The captain of the Ward reports the incident. We have attacked, fired upon and dropped depth charges on a submarine operating in a defensive sea area. Instead of sounding general quarters, the officer in charge seeks verification of the sighting. 7:02 a.m. Large formations of unidentified aircraft heading towards the island are spotted on radar. The junior radar operators report a large flight of aircraft to the north, but fail to report how large. The officer in charge knew a flight of 12 US planes are due in that day. No further action is taken. 7:40 a.m. The first flight of Japanese aircraft sight Oahu. 7:47 a.m. The first wave's commander orders the attack on Pearl Harbor to proceed. 7:48 a.m. Hawaiian time. 353 Japanese planes in two waves appear in the sky over Oahu. The drone of aircraft made people look up at the sky in puzzlement. Where had so many aircraft suddenly come from? Exploiting their surprise, the torpedo bombers swept in low to attack the battleships, while dive bombers dropped armoured piercing bombs. At the same time, dive bombers attacked Hickam and Wheeler airfields, destroying aircraft on the ground. 12 American pilots succeeded in getting their planes airborne and attacked the enemy. 8:10 a.m. the battleship USS Arizona explodes. 8:17 a.m. the destroyer USS Elm fires and sinks a second Japanese two-man submarine at the entrance to Pearl Harbor. 8:54 a.m. the second wave, consisting of 171 Japanese planes, commenced their attack. Signalman Dwayne Rieltz, aboard USS Oklahoma, sitting on the hull of his capsized ship, said, "I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Planes were attacking. The whole harbour seemed to be on fire. Bodies in the water, smoke, screams." 2,403 Americans had been killed, 1,178 wounded. 68 civilians were also killed. 18 ships were sunk or seriously damaged, including 5 battleships. By a stroke of luck, all 3 of the Pacific Fleet's aircraft carriers, USS Enterprise, Lexington and Saratoga, were at sea on exercise. Of the 402 American aircraft in Hawaii, 188 were destroyed and 159 damaged, most of them on the ground. Japan lost 29 aircraft, most in the second wave. The United States had 19 vessels sunk or seriously damaged. All but 3 were repaired and returned to service. USS Arizona, hit by 4 bombs, lost 1,177 killed. USS Oklahoma, hit by 5 torpedoes, lost 429 killed. USS West Virginia, hit by 2 bombs and 7 torpedoes, repaired, 106 killed. USS California, hit by 2 bombs and 2 torpedoes, repaired, 104 killed. USS Nevada, hit by 6 bombs and 1 torpedo, beached, repaired, 60 dead. USS Pennsylvania, in dry dock, hit by 1 bomb, remained in service, 9 dead. USS Tennessee, hit by 2 bombs, repaired, 5 dead. USS Maryland, hit by 2 bombs, repaired, 4 dead. USS Helena, hit by 1 torpedo, repaired, 20 dead. USS Raleigh, hit by 1 torpedo, repaired. USS Honolulu, slight damaged, remained in service. USS Cassin, in dry dock, hit by 1 bomb, burned, repaired. USS Downs, in dry dock, damaged by fire, repaired. USS Helm, 2 near-miss bombs, remained in service. USS Shore, hit by 3 bombs, repaired. All the American servicemen who served in World War II, we will remember them.